So I'm going to show you now how to decant a bottle of red wine. So as red wines start to get older, the colour that you get in red wine, which is really made of tannins, which is made of anthocyanins and polyphenols, as the wine starts to mature, all those little molecule chains all start to polymerize and they start to clump together to form longer chains. And eventually, they can't be held in solution anymore, so they start to fall out of the wine. That's why red wine starts to get paler with age. So what's really happening is all those anthocyanins, polyphenols are all dropping to the bottom of the wine and becoming sediment. Obviously, we don't want to drink that. So what we need to do is very neatly, very clearly remove the wine from the deposit. So that's really why we decant red wines. Also, young red wines, it's nice to give them a little bit of oxygen to start bringing all those flavors and aromas out. So my bottle of wine's come from the cellar. It's been stored on its side and it's been stored label up. So I always know that the deposit is lying on the bottom of the bottle, just here. So if I was decanting this in a nice restaurant, I would probably be decanting it on a gueridon, which would be on a table in front of the customers. So the first thing I want to do is make sure I have all my mise en place there, everything's set up and ready to go. Once I've got the attention of the customer, I'm going to light my candle. It's almost like putting a light onto a stage. So, here we go. So, I'm going to light my candle, but I'm going to keep that match because I'm going to need that later to put my candle flame out. So, make sure that that foil is a little bit loose. Then I'm going to take my waiter's friend, nice sharp blade, and then just very gently cut it from the bottom all the way up to the top and just to that first lip. Then I'm going to put another little cut just opposite that. So effectively, I'm doing a T-shaped cut in the top of the capsule. Then just using the base of my thumb there, just push that against the top of the capsule, and it should come off nice and neatly. So then, I want to give the top of that cork, and the top of the bottle there, a nice wipe with my cloth. Then taking my corkscrew, the tip in the center of the cork, and holding the bottle securely, put my corkscrew all the way down into the cork until there's kind of one full turn still sticking out. Then, very gently, and again holding the bottle nice and securely, I want to bring that cork right up till it's kind of in that position. So there's only a tiny bit still remaining in the bottle. Then with my service cloth underneath, just take that cork out. Okay, then I'm going to take my service cloth, wrap it around that cork, and remove my corkscrew. By doing this, I'm actually cleaning the cork, so if there's any deposit or any mess on the outside of it, if the customer picks it up, they're not going to be getting that on their fingers. So the next thing to do again is to wipe the neck, the inside and the outside of that bottle. And then I want to check the wine is in good condition, so I just want to have a tiny taste. Okay. So then I'm going to check the clarity of the wine, check the brightness, check how clean it is by holding it against the candle flame and maybe against holding it a white background of my service cloth. I'm going to nose the wine, make sure that it's clean, that it doesn't have any corky aromas, and then what I'm going to do, pour that into my carafe, and then just season the inside of the carafe, just by getting all the inside of the glass in contact with the wine. Then back into my glass, and just have a taste. Very good. So then very gently, I'm going to remove the bottle from the cradle, trying to keep it as horizontal as I can. And then I'm going to hold it above the candle flame with my eye looking through the neck and the light of the candle flame just behind the neck so I can see any deposits starting to roll up the neck as I decant, and then I'm going to start to decant. So then I'll stop before any deposit goes into the carafe. Then I'm going to take my capsule that I very neatly took off earlier, put that back on the bottle so it looks a nice neat presentation. Present that with the cork on the customer's table, and using the match that I kept earlier, I'm just going to very gently put that flame out without causing too much smoke, too much smell around the table. That's my wine finished, and now it's ready to serve.